Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, do hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so anytime any new content is uploaded, you will be the first to find out. And without further ado, you guys, we are going to dig into this video. All right, you guys, so I have broken this video down into 8 tips that business owners, if you guys are, opening up another sales channel and you really are wanting to break into TikTok shop, you are really wanting to break into try to say that 10 times fast. I'm just saying, is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Try TikTok shop for business, then this is for you. And I've written it down. As you guys can see, your girl is down to business. I'm wearing my glasses. I didn't come to play. Okay, you guys, tip number 1 for TikTok shop for business is for you to, 1, figure out, is the products that you sell, if you already have an established store, maybe you have a Shopify store, or just, a store on any platform. Maybe you have a physical brick and mortar store, but you are wanting to, scale out. You're wanting to actually open up an additional sales channel through TikTok. Then really kind of decide, are your products aligned with TikTok shop, right? TikTok, I would say, in many ways is a platform that has a younger demographic. If you are, I'm just giving an example. This is just an example, you guys. But if you are selling, let's just say, Geritol, right, for, seniors or, something related to, aging care, is TikTok shop the right platform for you to open up shop, right? So really, for step number one, I'm going to say, really take a moment to decide, are the products that you sell, are they aligned with TikTok, right? The TikTok platform and its demographic. Again, I say, take a moment, decide if your products are aligned with TikTok shop, TikTok, and its demographic group. Different platforms have different demographic niches, I guess you could say, right? Facebook tends to be an older demographic. TikTok is a younger demographic of viewers, potential customers, right? A potential younger customer base. I would say it's TikTok. It doesn't mean there aren't older people on TikTok at all, but in general, I would say the umbrella of TikTok is a younger demographic group. So, for example, as I mentioned before, if you are a brand that is selling Geritol, right? Something that is aimed at seniors or the aging population, is TikTok or TikTok shop the right platform for you to promote your products on? Okay, so really take a moment to slow down a little bit and decide if, should you be selling on TikTok or should you be selling on Instagram? Should you be selling on Facebook? Should you be, somehow trying to get your stuff through Snapchat or something? I don't know. But really kind of take a moment and really think, do my products actually align with TikTok's demographic base? Okay, tip number 2. If you are a brand, like I say, if you already have established products, that's one thing. But if you are a business, a brand that, you're flexible, maybe you have a drop shipping model, right? Where you have the flexibility to basically sell whatever you want on TikTok. Really kind of decide, do your research. I say research and really find out before listing anything or trying to connect with content creators or anything like that, or influencers. I say first do some research and find out what is selling on TikTok, and how can you actually leverage what is popular, what is selling with what you have the ability to provide to that customer base. I would say, is it too saturated? Is it too saturated where you're going to have to drive your prices so far down just to be able to compete. Really kind of take a moment and decide, like I say, do a little bit of research. For tip number 2 is to do a little bit of research and find out what products are trending, what actually is selling on TikTok. If you are flexible, where you don't have a fixed type of product that you are selling, and you do have some flexibility there, I say before just randomly selecting anything, just kind of figure out what is actually selling, what's trending, and kind of just move with the flow of that. That would be my suggestion on that. If you have a fixed product, then maybe you don't have quite as much flexibility, and then I say look at step number 1, which is to decide if that fixed product that you are selling, is it aligned with the TikTok platform, with the demographic base, right? Meaning the age group, the nationality, all that stuff. Is your product aligned to that? Okay, moving on. Step number 3 for TikTok Shop for Business is to decide if you are ready to start connecting, collaborating with creators, influencers to promote your products. Before you do that, you're going to want to figure out what you have in mind, right? Let's just say, and I'm going to throw out a few examples. If you're selling athletic equipment, does your creator, influencer need to look a certain way, have a certain background? When they create the videos, do they need to be in a certain setting? What is it that you're looking for from a content creator? How much wiggle room do you want to give? Does your content creator need to look a certain way? Does the environment that they create videos in, does it need to look a certain way? I think it's first wise to figure out what is it that you're looking for from content creators to promote your products, because you are going to be hit up by many different content creators, influencers, social media management agencies that are working on behalf of content creators to promote your products. So you kind of want to tune out some of the noise and figure out what it is that you're looking for from those influencers, creators, when it comes to promoting your products. Do you want to create a script, right? How much wiggle room are you going to give them when it comes to creating videos? Does your video need to be a specific time length? Does it need to be created within a certain environment? Do you have any no-nos on the list? For example, no cursing, no swear words. Do you want to make sure that they have a nice clean background or busy background? Like, what is it? Do you have any certain requirements? Or if you have seen the work or the digital resume, as I like to say, which is the page of the content creator, when you look at that, do you feel like you pretty much trust the type of content that they put out, that you don't have to give them too many restrictions? You really want to kind of let them work, let them cook and see what comes of it. So really kind of figure out those things. Okay, step 4. Well, I should say tip 4. Why do I keep saying step, you guys? Tip 4 is for you guys to, tip number 4 is actually really important, which is to decide how you want to reach out to your content creator or influencer. Do you want to reach out to them through TikTok, right? When you reach out to them through TikTok, it's very official. The moment they accept your invite, the contract for the promotion of a product, then it's all through TikTok. They're given a certain definite amount of time to create the video. Everything is done through that. When you reach out to a content creator directly, then you really are going on the faith that you are reaching out to a content creator that is professional, that is going to honor the contract, that you're able to send products to them directly, and off of that certain amount of faith and just feeling that you have connected with a content creator that is going to respect and uphold the contract, is going to create that video, right? pluses and minuses, right? The plus is the plus to reaching out to a content creator directly through their, other links, maybe their email, is that, if they are a content creator that is really inundated, they're getting a whole lot of invitations on TikTok, maybe yours might fall to the bottom. Maybe they might not see it. Okay, you reaching out to them, via email gives you another opportunity to connect with that content creator if they have that link listed. And sometimes, deals can be made. It doesn't have to be officially on the platform. Maybe you have more wiggle room by reaching out to them via email or whatever other link or source they have to connect, right? So that's a positive. A minus is that, like I say, if you reach out to them via email, please excuse the noise in my background, you guys. I might edit this out. We'll see. But like I say, one of the minuses of connecting with a content creator via email and sending products is there is really nothing to hold that content creator to that contract. You have it written in email. So, I mean, if you just had to really challenge something, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know, take them to court or something. At least you do have that email. But there's nothing that's really honoring it other than them just being a professional, trustworthy content creator that is going to have you send them products that they are going to uphold on by their end of the contract by putting out those videos. Whereas if you contact them via TikTok platform, the moment they accept it, then the time runs down, which I believe it's given like about 2 weeks to create at least 1 or 2 videos or whatever the contract says for that product. And they have to put up the shoppable link and it's done a certain way. But again, it being done via email, like I say, maybe you might be able to throw in a few more bonuses, different, really connect with the content creator. So you decide via which platform you want to connect with a creator for products. Okay. Tip number 5, you guys. Tip number 5 for TikTok Shop for Business. Okay. Tip number 5, you guys, for TikTok Shop for Business is for you guys, do not be afraid to promote a video. Again, like I say, do not be afraid to promote a video. If you've already invested as a business, if you've already invested a certain amount by putting out you can essentially say giving out free samples, free products to content creators to create you a video. If that video looks professional, it looks clean, it has all of what it is that you're looking for, that it could be ran as an ad, do not be afraid to run it as an ad. Do not be afraid to put some money into it to promote it. TikTok sometimes, I don't want to say shadow bans, but sometimes TikTok, like many other platforms, especially if they know that you could pay to promote, sometimes videos that if were, put out freely would do very well. But sometimes when it has a shoppable link to it, they're held back by TikTok unless it's promoted by that brand, okay, or just promoted. So do not be afraid, or don't think that initially because a video is not doing well right away that it's just because the video sucked or because your products are not sellable, because they are. It's just that sometimes, just like with business in general, and I don't have to tell you guys because you all are business owners, sometimes you have to put money into promotion. You just do. Sometimes you have to put money into promotion, put it into marketing, but hopefully you get a good return on your investment. But I would say after a video hits a certain amount of views and shares, then it's kind of like on autopilot, and you no longer have to worry about any kind of promotion because it's being circulated and viewed enough to do well and sell. All right, you guys. So number 6 is for you as a business owner, TikTok Shop for Business owner, is to make sure that when a content creator reaches out to you, or you reach out to a content creator, or you are contacted by social media management on behalf of a content creator that wants to promote your products or your item, make sure that when you approve or extend out a contract to them, or just requirements for the video, I should say, right? I don't want to make it sound too heavy, but the requirements for the video is essentially a contract, right? But you want to make sure that you also include in there that you require access to the ad code for the video. Anytime a content creator creates a video and it includes a shoppable link on that video where the watcher, the viewer, can just click and have access that goes directly into the page that product is being promoted on to purchase it, right? Which is that shoppable link. That content creator also has access to the ad code. The ad code is what gives you as a business owner access to that video. Now, you could also put in there the requirement for the length of time that you want to have access to that ad code, right? Because essentially content creators, I believe they only have to keep a video up for 3 days. And if they choose to delete it after the 3 days, they have a right to do so. So I say request, you want to actually make sure that you have you want to make sure that you have access to that ad code, and also put in the specification for the amount of time. I believe an ad code could go up to like a year, if I'm not mistaken. It could go up to a year or something like that, or at least 6 months. But that's really important, you guys. I would make sure that you have access to that ad code. You might, if the video is very clean and is polished, you might actually want to make that video into an spotlighted on an advertising campaign, run it on other platforms. So very important, you guys. All right, you guys. So the last tip number 8 for TikTok Shop for Business. Tip number 8 is to also maybe select content creators, influencers that have granted access to advertisers, because there is actually a tab that content creators, influencers have to select where they allow businesses, TikTok for Business, to have access to their conversion rates on products that they promote. You want to make sure that you really are like looking over everything, the analytics on videos, who's actually watching the videos, who's actually clicking the links, who's actually purchasing the products. Like, you really want to see that. Hopefully the influencer, content creator that you collaborate with has good conversions, selling well, selling items well. If they are, I would really say also study the videos that are selling well, kind of like, what's the secret sauce, what's the formula, what is helping that product to sell. And essentially, if you could pull out a few nuggets when you reach out to other content creators, maybe tell them to include certain things that you feel may have been helpful, useful in the selling of previous products, right? Be it if it's a tagline, or a tagline posted on the video, or videos start with a storyline, or whatever that secret ingredient is that maybe you have been able to identify in other successful videos. I say jot it down, take notes, and any future collaborations that you have with influencers, content creators, maybe tell them, ask them, request if they can also include doing XYZ, or whatever. So all of that, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was useful to you in some sort of way. If there is any additional questions you guys have, please feel free to leave the comments down below. I always read my comments, and I will get back to those questions that you guys may have. Hopefully I'll have the answer for it. If not, I can hopefully at least direct you to another source that might have the answer. But yeah, you guys, if you enjoyed it, do subscribe, become a subscriber, become a member of the Leila Michelle channel, of the family. And I will see you guys on the next video.